I see you.
Yeah, I also see 18 enemies, but the minute we move and not rotate from this spot, then
Yee.
we're going to have a problem. And we
Okay.
don't have that. We've got...
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Just checking.
We've got
We had a
dual...
goof last time,
we've
ladies
got...
and gentlemen. We just want to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Oop.
Oh, you fired your weapon.
Yeah, but I didn't move.
Oh, well, that's a plus.
All right, so welcome back to Marathon Infinity. This is Where Are Monsters in Dreams? And the answer to Where Are Monsters in Dreams is that they're here, because...
Yeah, we want to be someplace else.
I can hear them. I can hear them now.
Well, you fired a shotgun. Of course they heard it.
Yep.
Now, they're supposed to be invisible. Oh, they're already firing.
Yep. So they're invisible, angry, Svitker, and supposedly...
I don't know what we did to annoy them, but...
Supposedly everywhere. I don't see that many of them. They do show up on the radar, even though they don't show up visually. Oop, wait, I just heard something else. Sounded like a juggernaut.
Oh, joy.
Yeah. Oh. Wow, I do not appear to be putting a dent in this guy at all. In addition to not really being able to hit them. Wow. Okay.
I can barely see the floor in the dark in here.
I'm not even managing to hit these guys with the heavy ordnance.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's not that many of them, so I guess that's what leads to the correct strategy of running the heck away.
I'm
now,
a big fan of that plan.
apparently, there's a back door. If we could grenade hop over this. Unfortunately, I can't do it now because I'm nearly dead.
Okay. So
if you want to do it instead of point over there, otherwise we just have to kind of rush it. It looks like the way through is into the next room and to the right. And I'm not really sure if this qualifies as a dream level. I mean, certainly it doesn't seem like much architecture we've seen before, and there's no particular reason why, if the previous timeline failed to reactivate Thoth, and so the Svitker never showed up, why there should be any Svitker here, let alone they be invisible and near invincible.
Or terribly annoyed.
Yeah, you probably want to be facing the other way when you do that, and I probably want to be somewhere else.
Well, I think I want to practice my grenade jumping, which I'm sure is, well, not exactly up to par here.
No. No.
And what?
You're not, no, don't aim it at me. Don't aim it at me.
Is that you? Oh,
Yes, this is
I wasn't
me.
sure. Yes, no, I knew you were doing it. Okay, but you want me to grenade jump here?
I'm hearing that juggernaut.
No, it's probably my throat.
No, it's definitely a
There's
juggernaut.
a hole in the middle of the room.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well, we don't want to fall down there, I assume, right?
I'm not sure. I know I shouldn't because I'd probably die. Although, actually, there's no fall damage in this. I don't think you can fall down it. It looks like a hole, but it's not actually... I don't think it's actually a hole. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Okay.
All right.
Any suggestions on your grenade jumping technique?
No, I just basically would like line up right here like that and aim this way and run backwards as fast as I can and fire at about here. Like just when you start to see the spawn point. Yeah, like right here I'm hearing that juggernaut. He's probably either on the other side of the wall or above us.
Okay, how's that?
Did it work? Yep.
I don't know. It seemed to be in the hallway.
Yeah, it worked. Okay, so set a point over there.
How's that?
Yep, that's good. Is
Okay.
it? Wait a minute.
Oh,
No,
try.
I went to the wrong one. I went
You went
to mine. Yeah, I was on the wrong side of the wall. Okay, so that apparently lets us skip a few rooms, so we get a bit ahead of where we would otherwise be.
I'm hearing things. Oh, joy. And this is kind of a narrow hall. Whoa. There's a giant room. Oh! Kerr shooting. There's a Kerr shooting at me.
Okay. I think I found it.
Found one. I can't see a thing in here.
The Juggernaut sounds really loud right over here. I think he must be in this. He must be in this big room there. Let's see, where does this go? Whoa! Oh,
Did you
crap.
fall down?
No, there's a bit where the floor drops out and lets you into this big room, which I think is supposed to happen. It's supposed to make you scared, but I guess there doesn't seem to be much down here, and it looks like there's a couple of
Probably a juggernaut.
yeah, there's a square. I think a square, when you step on the square, I think it puts the lift back up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm above you and
Yep.
well, now behind.
And there's only one other way out of this room, so I'm gonna investigate that.
Well, wait a minute.
next.
There's a. What about the lift?
Yeah, the
Will that
lift.
come back up?
Yeah, if I run over these squares, these yellow squares,
Yeah.
it brings them back up. But there's another way out down here, so I'm gonna investigate that first.
Oh, something's shooting at me. Okay. There's two skinny. I don't know if you can grenade jump onto these shelves, but there's a skinny section that tends to. Oh, I'm getting killed. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, let me see if I can beam back into my spot again.
Okay, there's like a weird.
Okay.
There's a weird shaft down here.
I'm not touching that one. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's two Oh, well, there's my corpse. But yeah, no, there's two sections of little narrow hallways that spiral around the two large rooms that we're seeing. One is towards your side, but it seems to terminate, whereas the other one on the right, I think, leads into the larger chamber where I believe the Svitkar are floating around, shooting at me. Oh, yeah, there's one right here.
Yeah,
and then he got me.
Yeah, there's just an empty maze down here of little passages. Nothing seems to open. There seems to be just a bunch of these little shafts leading off dead ends. There's only one that seems to lead through a door into a big room. And I see a terminal in the room. It looks like there's a door. It looks like the door may lock behind me if I go in. I'm not sure. No,
yeah,
it
the
didn't. No, it
Svitkar
didn't.
seem to be over by the spawn point as well as around that corner where we first grenade jumped. So it's kind of invisible and in the dark and very, very narrow. So I don't know. Oh, yeah, as soon as I beam in, they come after me. So I'm gonna have to swing around to the left and.
Okay. Do you want me to bring you down here?
Well, whoa! I think I passed something. Just not being able to see the floor or the walls or anything. It's just terribly disconcerting.
All right, because I'm at a terminal and I have a feeling this may be the end, which means we skipped a lot of stuff by you taking that grenade jump.
Oh, I see you.
Oh, yeah, you're down here now. How did you get here?
I walked around the other side and
okay, so
I just kept running. Oh, there's a terminal right here where I'm at.
Yeah, that's the same one. That's
okay. So that's the exit one.
This I don't know what happened in that last playthrough. Something. I guess hitting the other terminal goofed it, but for some reason this terminal became an exit terminal. It's not supposed to be, or it isn't, at least not at the very beginning. Something we did caused this one to flip to being an exit terminal, and so we couldn't get the text that should have been here the first time. But now it is here. So let's take a look at it, because this is again one of the dream levels. It's a little bit surreal, but I think it's got some nice story stuff in it. You might want to take a look at the terminal too, instead of just having me read it to you, because it's got some interesting visuals.
Well, I'm just worried about getting shot in the butt.
That could happen, yeah. Okay, so here's the text, and like the Garrett White terminal in Marathon 2, this is like in a totally different style. What appears to be a narrative set almost on present day Earth instead of as part of a sci-fi fantasy future, and it's in first person voice. Well, there was this knife, or more aptly described as a broadsword, and I was swinging down the street on my way to a movie, and this guy, he was about 6'8" and huge, and he was holding this knife, only to me I would describe it as a broadsword, something from the Knights of the Round. Before he can even open his mouth, he collapses. Meanwhile, I can barely lift a finger to put the toupee back on his glossy head because I'm shaking so much. He was vomiting, and I knew that he was alive because he kept saying something like, durability between convulsions. What happened next was really bizarre. Both ends of the street flood with black-suited men, just like in a movie. These men look tough and pissed off, and the eyes behind their sunglasses are probably cold as my hands are getting. I feel like my heart has stopped, so I'm damn scared. As they start to inundate the street in black, they move with one will. Keep in mind, this is a couple years before The Matrix even was made. I figure that I'm dead anyway, so I reach down for the blade. The blade is being covered by his vomit, but the hilt is clean. I can hear the men getting excited, but I can't stop. My fingers slide around the leather hilt, which is oddly cold. Okay, so to me, the obvious thing, and it was also pointed out by the guys who did the Tour of Duty write-up, that the knife or sword is probably Durandal. You've got his name being derived from an ancient French word meaning durability. The word durability gets mentioned here as well. And what jumps out to me, actually, that wasn't really talked about is the height of the guy he sees. So in other words, he sees a guy's with a sword, and the guy is 6'8", which is, I think, about how tall in Halo they describe the Master Chief being, because they're all supposed to, all the Spartans are supposed to be really tall. So you could easily see this being either the story of the security officer and Durandal being projected backward into the past, or perhaps an internal dialogue of the security officer's previous life. Because we already know that, first of all, that he's a Mjolnir cyborg, and the Mjolnir cyborgs were made recycled versions of Battleroids, and the Battleroids were reanimated dead corpses of soldiers, and there's possibly another level behind that where he was a prisoner who kind of like a... It wasn't Judge Dredd. What was that one where they were freezing the criminals and then it unfroze one years later, the one that Stallone was in?
Oh, yeah, no, I know the one that you're talking about. Demolition Man.
Yeah, okay. So you could have this idea that the security officer has got suppressed memories of an ordinary life on Earth, where he's projecting his current self backwards. So he imagines an ordinary person meeting an enhanced version of himself that has Durandal with him. And it's also weird because in this portion in the Infinity Story, Durandal is not really present, right? We've seen a lot more of Tycho so far than Durandal. Durandal, that was kind of triumphant at the end of Marathon 2, now is kind of scared and in the background, but he's still there somehow. It's been speculated that at the point where you transferred some of Durandal's core, that he may actually be inside your head, which is something we see, of course, in Halo again, with Cortana being put inside the Master Chief's head all the time.
Yes, completely obvious. Everybody get that? There's going to be a test on Monday.
Okay, so now I guess maybe before we want to try, we might want to try to go for the secret exit, which is in that southeast corner somehow.
I'd rather go to any exit right about now. Running around in the dark, being shut up, Svitkar, that are invincible and invisible.
Ow.
Not my idea of fun.
Not the face. Not the face. Oh, wow. I think stuff beaming in behind us now. That's not good.
Oh, joy. Yeah, no, that's... I think the definition of bad.
I keep hearing...
Oh,
I keep hearing rocket fire, but I never see it.
Oh, I can see the Svitkar floating around on the other end of the room.
I ran into one. Suddenly, I stopped being able to move.
Yeah, that's usually a bad sign. Okay. Oh, there's no other way out of this room. Oh, jeez, I'm just going to have to hoof it.
I came to a dead end. Woo. Woo.
Oh, yep. No, I walked right into one. Two.
Okay, back to the start room.
I'm running around in serpentine. Serpentine! Okay. Oh, that sounds bad.
Okay, I'm at the point of the drop-off. So this thing is going to drop off on me right about here? Yeah, right there. And those elevators will let me go back up. But where...
I'm so in trouble, it's not even funny.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm back to our original spawn
points.
points.
I don't see how these elevators can work, because I go over the square and it raises the platform, but I cannot run to it fast enough to make use of it.
Is there a switch, or is it one of those dual player type things? It'd be better if I was in there too.
Yeah, actually, it would be better, because then one of us could stand on the platform.
Yeah.
And one of us could trigger it.
Give me a beam in point.
It may be tough to give you a safe one.
Hurry!
Yep, go ahead. I got some cover here, but there are some guys in this room.
Oh, wonderful.
So the
Okay, what do we need to do?
The yellow squares raise the elevators. This one here raises the nearest elevator, and that one down there raises a far one. But
Okay, where? All right, so where do I need to stand?
Right here. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's where they're shooting. Yeah, I can see where that would be a problem.
All right. Actually, even the write-up says not to bother trying to get on the bloody elevator.
Oh, well, yeah, it doesn't really go anywhere. It just goes to that upper section.
Not in addition to the fact that you almost have to be in co-op to use it. So they're just going down this same thing that we went through the first time that comes out again to the area with the save terminal and the story terminal in it.
Yep. Right here.
Yes, and this and the save terminal now is an exit terminal. Just I guess we needed to go to those other areas. So now we get a kind of a Thoth symbol and a separate narrative message that says, okay, so here's what the terminal says the second time you access it, and this is the way that exits to the next level Acme Station. It says, 761 armless and legless corpses float inconspicuously around the inside of Hangar 96. I say that they are inconspicuous because it is their arms and legs which demand my attention. I did this, or I could have stopped it. Which is it? It doesn't matter now. I did this and could have stopped it, but nothing in nature ever follows a Gaussian curve. Sure, they'll tell you that it does. They say that every 5 minutes someone dies in a car accident, but how often are there 761 armless and legless corpses in one hangar? And the theory that the author of the Tour of Duty series, which in this case is the Hokuto, I think he's doing this level, is that where the other text may have been about Durandal or about Durandal and the security officer appearing in some other kind of narrative, that this one actually may be Durandal's own voice. It's kind of detached and intellectual, and it refers to kind of like a mass murder in kind of a contemplative certain way. It's exactly what you'd expect Durandal to be thinking to himself after he contacts the Four, and the Four come and slaughter the colonists at Tau Ceti and the crew of the Marathon. Certainly that could have ended up with a lot of armless and legless corpses, although I'm not sure why specifically armless and legless as opposed to any other kind of injury or mutilation. And I guess there's one other terminal that also seems to be a normal present day narrative, and it's a continuation of the story about the guy with the knife. He says, I am in the same street, and as I reach into my pocket for my keys, my eyes follow the blackened streaks of gum that pockmark the sidewalk. The man is gone, and someone in sanitation cleaned up the apparitions and vomit in a real hurry. I hurry down the stairs, heading for the subway, but my keys aren't in my pocket anymore. I'll have to get in through the side window. The subway station is very bright and shining from the sanitation team that has been sweeping a swath in front of me. The concrete floor is losing years of tarnish, keeping only the protective layer of the gum streaks which make up the constellations in an otherwise vacant sky. The train arrives right on time, and just ahead of massed, dark-suited men who have been following me for what seemed like years now. Between the sanitation and the suits, I must be going colorblind, but the train is here now, and those men know they won't catch me. And that would be the secret exit that goes to IMAX Secure, another level, instead of the next level, which is Acme Station. Both of which, again, like Electric Sheep, are part of the same level. There are a couple of levels that you keep going back to over and over again as we jump between different timelines.
That was very trippy, and unfortunately it doesn't bode well for the future as far as I can imagine, because I think things are going to get worse before they get a whole lot better.
So what did you think of that level, Blackstar?
Stay tuned next time when we die a lot. See you next time.